Cannizzaro reaction is the disproportionation reaction of a non-enolizable aldehyde in the presence of a base to yield a carboxylic acid and a primary alcohol. In this video, we're going to talk about the reaction and its mechanism. So let's begin. So as I said earlier that Cannizzaro reaction is a disproportionation reaction of a non-enolizable aldehyde. So the prerequisite for Cannizzaro reaction to occur is the absence of alpha hydrogen. If this aldehyde has alpha hydrogens or hydrogens attached to the alpha carbon, Cannizzaro reaction will not take place. Instead, it will convert into an enolate and react accordingly. But if we have a quaternary center at the alpha position, then Cannizzaro reaction will take place. In this video, we're going to talk about the disproportionation of benzaldehyde to yield benzoic acid and benzyl alcohol. So let's see how the mechanism works. So the reaction starts by the nucleophilic attack of the hydroxyl that comes from potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide, forming this tetrahedral intermediate, which then loses another proton to the base, forming a dianion, like this. This dianion then collapses back to restore the carbonyl group, but at the same time, it allows a hydride transfer to the second benzaldehyde molecule. So what happens is that this oxyanion collapses back, forming the carbon-oxygen double bond and shifting a hydride group or making it attack the carbonyl carbon of the second aldehyde. So what we are left behind here is with a carboxylate anion or a salt of carboxylic acid, and here you can see that because hydride was transferred here, so this CH now is converted into a CH2 with a negative charge on oxygen. This alkoxide ion then takes a proton from water that was produced by the abstraction of a proton by the hydroxyl ion. So this base is regenerated and we have this benzyl alcohol, and at the same time this carboxylate anion takes a proton from another water molecule, forming carboxylic acid. So you saw that benzaldehyde is converted into benzoic acid and benzyl alcohol, which means that half of the molecules carrying out the reaction are oxidized from aldehyde to carboxylic acid, and half of them are reduced to an alcohol, a primary alcohol. And that is why we call it a disproportionation reaction, which happens in the presence of a base. As I told you earlier, that the prerequisite is the absence of an alpha hydrogen. If alpha hydrogens are present, enolates will be formed, and the most probable outcome of that reaction would be an aldol product. So this is how Cannizzaro reaction takes place. We'll come up with new named organic reactions in this series very soon. Thank you so much for now. Stay tuned.